Welcome to this tutorial on how to use the course homepage in CougarVIEW. Today, we will identify the course homepage toolbar, icons, and widgets. We will identify how to change the image on the course banner, and we will explain the role switch feature on the course homepage. This video will give a basic overview. If you have any questions or would like to learn more about a certain tool, you can contact the Center of Online Learning, and we will be happy to assist you. I am here on the My Homepage in CougarVIEW. Here is the My Courses widget. I'm going to click on the name of this course, CougarVIEW Course Template, and it will take me to the course homepage. The first thing I want to point out is that the My Home toolbar up here at the top has followed me into the course homepage. So if I need to get back to the My Homepage, I can click on the My Home icon. The second thing I want to point out is that there is a course home toolbar, or you can also call it the nav bar. This will also follow you anywhere you go in the course. So if you are in a feature or a tool in the course and you need to go back to the course home, you can click the course home button, or you can click the course title. The second button here is the content button. This course has been populated with the CougarVIEW course template, which will be discussed in more detail in another video. In the content page, you will structure your course into modules, units, or chapters, and students will be able to access content to work through your course. Next, at the top on the nav bar, you will see the communication button. When I click on the drop-down arrow, you will see a few options. Announcements is where you can create announcements to post in your course. This is a great way to communicate with your students. The calendar option allows you to put due dates or other important dates for your students to see. The class list shows students enrolled in the course. This also includes teaching assistants and other instructors who are part of the class. Email is where you can email your students. You can email them by class, or you can also email individually. Groups is a feature that will allow you to put students in groups for particular activities. For example, if you are dividing them to work on a project or a discussion post. Intelligent Agents is a tool that allows you to schedule communication emails to your students. For example, if they receive a certain grade on a quiz, you might set up an email to be sent out congratulating them on a job well done. The next button you see is Surveys. This is where you can create surveys for your students. For example, if you wanted to create a survey to assess parts of your course so you can make improvements, you could do that here. Next, on the nav bar up here at the top, we see Assessment. When you click on the drop-down arrow, the options you have are assignments, discussions, quizzes, and rubrics. There are more detailed videos on each of these topics that you will view in this course. The last option under assessment is self-assessments. You can use self-assessments as a way for learners to provide feedback on how well they think they are doing with course material. The next button on the top of the nav bar is Grades. When you click on the drop-down arrow, you have grades, which takes you to your gradebook. This will be covered in more detail in a separate video in this course. Attendance allows you to track attendance for your course. Class Progress is where you can see each student's progress in the course. And Quick Eval allows you to view learner submissions for assignments. And this will be covered in more detail in a separate video. The next button up on top of the nav bar is the My Media button. This is a button that only instructors have. My Media is a repository for storing videos. These are videos that are created by the instructor using Kaltura. You can also upload videos saved on your device. The last button is the Course Admin button, which lists all the tools and features used in CougarVIEW. To learn more about these tools, please reach out to the Center of Online Learning. Let's go back to the course homepage. The banner at the top can be changed by hovering over these three dots or ellipses and clicking Change Image. You can also customize the banner text, or you can remove the banner altogether. This is the announcements widget that is located underneath the course banner. There is a drop-down menu next to announcements. The main components you would use are Go to Announcements tool, which shows all the announcements you have posted, New Announcement, where you create a new announcement, Reorder Announcements if you want to change the order of the announcements. And remember that announcements can also be accessed by clicking on the drop-down arrow next to Communication. The course homepage is very similar to what the students will see. Over here on the right-hand side, you will see the calendar for the course. There is also a list of academic resources and technical resources. And there is the Galileo search box down here. And then we also have where you can create a course team and Microsoft Teams by clicking on the blue Create Course Team button. For instructors only, there is a role switch feature. For the role switch feature, if you would like to view it as a student, you would change under current role, where it says My Role Instructor, you would change it to Student View, and then click Change Role. And now you can see up at the top, it says As Student View, so this is how you can view it as a student. Once you are finished, all you have to do, you can either come up to the top and click the X and exit out of viewing as Student View, or you can come down here and change the role back to Instructor and click Change Role. This concludes our video on the course homepage. If you have any questions, please reach out to the Center of Online Learning.